Okay, here we are. We are still in Devir's booth at the Spiel Essen, and we have a very big author here by my side, Marco Teubner. How are you doing?
Thanks, very good. Thank you very much.
You will know it for sure for so many games, but one of the new ones that Devir have in their catalog is the Stone Age Junior, a game that has won the Spiel des Jahres, Kinderspiel des Jahres, and that's awesome. How you feel about that, Marco?
I feel really great about that. When I'm walking through the booth, I'm always a little bit above the ground, so it feels really. They got this big mammoth for the game where you can take the kids and put it on the mammoth.
On the mammoth.
And that looks really great to see seeing the kids playing the game. That's really great.
Okay, great. Well, you was telling me now that Spiel des Jahres. The jury has said some things to you about the game.
Yeah.
What things they say about the grade of this game? How?
Well, I think the main thing was that they really liked that the game was not just adopting the big Stone Age. It was that the focus is really on the small kids. So it's really hard for the kids to understand the worker placement mechanism. And so they said it was a really good decision to not make a worker placement for the kids and instead making it like this with this memorizing, and they like the way it all comes together. So there's the story in the beginning and you can tell the story to the kids and then they see. And what they also think they liked was that the mechanism is really simple, but after a while you get this, I can make plans for the next 2-3 turns. So, so the kids are able to develop by playing the game.
How was your creative process to adapt Stone Age to children?
Well, that was quite a long way. I think we needed more than 2 years to come to the point. Moritz Brunhofer once told me that, what do you think to make a small version of Stone Age? And I said, well, yeah, maybe that sounds good. So we should try it. And so we started making different prototypes. And we have this way coming from the original. And the first prototype for the kids had also a worker placement. And I went to the kindergarten and played it with the kids. And then I recognized, no, that doesn't work.
Okay, so, you have mini play testers then.
I have a lot of play testers,
but also little ones.
Yeah.
At the kindergarten,
My wife is the leader of the kindergarten. So I have all the kids from
easy.
Work. Yes.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, and I have also 3 kids. My own one.
Yeah. So. I think it's not the first time you made a version like junior of other games.
Yeah.
You have did it before.
Yeah, I did it also for the Carcassonne. The kids of Carcassonne a few years ago, and that was the first adoption of a big game. Yeah, and it was also for Hans im Glück. So these are the only 2 kids games in the line of Hans im Glück. But maybe not the last. I don't know.
Hope not. Well, what's the reaction of kids playing this kind of games?
I love to watch them playing games. They give you the feedback right in the way. So if they don't like it, you see it in the face immediately. And I love.
They are not polite, like, well,
that's nice. So they come and say, "Oh, can we go outside and play football?" So that doesn't work.
That doesn't work at all. Can we use the game as the ball?
But also there's often the case that when I go to the kindergarten and play testing the game, and it doesn't work very well, then one of the kids says, but why don't we do it like that? And in this, oh my God, you're right. So they also give me a lot of inspiration.
It seems like you have done so many games, but most of them are for children and that stuff.
Yes.
How you work thinking like a children? It's difficult.
I think I like to feel the emotions when you're playing games. You know that there is the division between you have these authors to make like a clock worker, making a mechanism, and you have the other part that's more like a storyteller.
Yeah.
And for me, that's not the only two parts. So I'm looking for something to feel the emotions when people play, and you see the tense or the tension, and that's what I always wanted to bring into the games, the emotion by playing a game.
But emotions in little children are different, like than ours. I
Yes,
think.
yeah. But I like that.
Yeah. Okay. And have you ever thought of making like, or have you made board games for adults, or it's
Well,
not?
I made a few, but
You made a few.
not so successful.
Okay.
No, that's not the same way to create a game for adults or for kids. It's really different, and I prefer making it for the kids. And also the other side, the publishers ask for these kind of games. So I don't know anyone who's coming to me and saying, "Oh, come on, let's make an agricola," or something like that.
Yeah.
I would say I can't do that, but they mostly come and say, "Do you have a new idea for kids games?"
Yeah.
So I'm in this part of the industry, and that's fine. That's good for me.
Well, it's really good because you do really good games in that kind, and you're specialized.
Yeah,
In a certain way.
Yeah. But I also have some ideas for adult games.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how you inspire for do kids games?
Well, often I could not really say where is the point where you get the idea from. So I have a lot of different ideas, and I'm very fast making the first prototype. And
Okay.
so I have something visual, something in my hands. And then I put this box with the prototype into my shelf. And I have a big shelf about nearly 40 different prototypes in it. And then when I'm getting the right emotions, I pick one of them and working on them. And then I put it back and take another one. So
Okay.
I do not have a book to write down my ideas. I don't like this writing down ideas. I prefer making the first prototype. So,
Okay.
But that's a lot of work to make this, and most of them is rubbish, so you throw them away.
Well, and there are kid games, then some of them I'm sure they're gonna have like big parts or something that are not even cards only and text. No, the prototypes must be like kind of visual also,
Yeah.
or not. Well,
Yeah.
I think you have to construct some of them.
Yeah.
Then must be more work to do.
Yeah, that's a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I come from this kind of. I studied art,
Yeah.
and my grandfather was a painter in the
Okay.
making the fresco in the churches.
Wow.
So this part of my family comes from the drawing and making art. So that's another part that I'm really connected to.
Well, I think kids games have to be for sure really beautiful visual. If not,
Yeah.
it's difficult. Well, Stone Age Junior, it's gorgeous.
You know what the kids, they were asked at the Auszeichnung, the event in Hamburg,
Yeah.
where I got the Kinderspiel des Jahres. There were some kids on the stage, and they asked them, "What do you like about Stone Age Junior?" And mostly they say, "Well, it's so colorful.
It's so colorful.
It's so colorful.
Wow.
They are so nice components. So
It's
so
really
nice pieces."
important.
And then one said, "But the rule isn't good." And we,
But the rule,
but the rule isn't good.
The rule isn't
The
good.
rules aren't good.
we don't like rules at all.
That's interesting. So they are looking for the material, the parts, and the colorful things, and they like the story behind, and really they like to immerse in the game. So
It's important.
Yeah.
And well, sure you play a lot of kids game for doing your job, but what other games you like to play?
I prefer the lighter family games.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So having a good time for an hour or an hour and a half, that's fine.
With your 3 children, they all play?
They, more or less.
More or
Well,
less.
they do this all the time.
Yeah.
They see me playing all the time. So when I come with a new prototype, asking them, come on, let's play a new game, they said,
Yeah.
So I never forced them to
No,
play test the games.
Sure. Well, you have new projects on mind?
Pardon?
You have new projects on mind?
Yeah,
New
you,
games to
you
come?
saw the new game by drei Magier-Spiele, Kullerhexe.
No?
Yeah, that's my new release.
Okay.
I like that
Sorry.
very much. Yeah, take a look. It's
Okay.
great.
What kind of game it is?
It's a kids game, of course.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
a kids game. It's a kind of a dexterity game. So you have, the old video games where you stand in front of the screen and you only have 2 buttons. This kind of. I grew up with this in the 80s. Or,
Yeah.
What was it? It was Space Invaders or something like that.
Defender.
Yeah. And I would like to have this kind of feelings when you sit in front of a box. So in this case, you don't take part in the box or on the map. So you always stay outside with your hands, and you look inside the box, and you move like a plane, and it's then the pieces move around. So it's more like watching from the outside and seeing this happen inside.
Okay,
That's
wow,
great.
sounds cool. I'm gonna go there and check it out. Thanks for your time, Marco. It's been a pleasure
You're
to chat a
welcome.
little bit with you.
Thank you.
And
Bye.
see you. Bye.